Hi, this is a foreigner in the Philippines. Well, this is kind of the end of the day thoughts. Just looking at some of the comments and the messages that we get and how they boil down to really just a few subjects. And one of the most dominant of the comments that we get deals with people who are planning to move out to the Philippines. Now, when people say that they're planning to move out to the Philippines, what you need in order to be able to successfully do that is not just applicable to the Philippines. It applies almost to everywhere. Of course, you need a real plan. Now, what do people lack the most whenever they tell me that they are planning on moving out here? What do I immediately think? I wish somebody had told me this before I moved out. Now, when I moved out, I actually had no idea that I was going to get so lucky and meet someone like my wife. And I did. And I got real lucky, and then everything changed. And then I found that I was ill prepared and wished that I'd done things differently. So, if you are, let's say that you are already established with a partner, right? You've met someone, they've proved to be good for you, as good as their word, as good as their pictures, as good as everything that you hoped for. And now you're looking at where you would like to live. Now, if you're looking at where you would like to live, then evidently you are not dependent on being close to a family. Now, one of the things that I think is neglected the most is something that has proved to be very important to me in how happy I am where I am. Luckily, I have a great family, a great extended family. Now, my own family were not overall interested in my plans for living out here, for marrying my wife, for doing a lot of things. They were not inspired by what they saw and what I told them. So I'm on my own as far as my side of the family goes. Right? I have other family that yes, I could make contact with, but they are really almost long lost. Someday perhaps I will make contact with them again, but for right now my family is my Filipino family, and I am committed to that family. I'm committed to help them just as I would my own family. In fact, it has worked out that I am probably more committed now to this family that I have, Beth's family, because I've made a lot of changes in my life, realized a lot of things, my values have changed, my commitment to family itself has changed. So why does this affect the way that you should be looking at the move out here? Well, life in another country is not dependent just on where you live. It's dependent on the people around you, the people that are going to be part of your life. When you actually get tired of looking at the lovely house that you built, at the lovely garden that you planted, at the car that you polished yet again, you'll want to go and see somebody. You'll want to go and visit somebody. You'll want to sit down with an old friend and talk about how things used to be, how things are, how things you hope will be. So it's about not just family, but it's about friends. Now, unless you are actually planning on going and living in an expat environment, and there are expat environments where I see, especially if I go to Tagbilaran, which is the nearest big town in Bohol, then I see groups of expats, and they're meeting at coffee bars, and they are obviously good friends, and they're meeting up, and they get to talk about things which are near and dear to them, and they seem to be having a great time. It's not my great time, but I look at them and I think that they are lucky, that they found a small community of people who speak their language and they are enjoying those hangout times at the mall. This is great. So, but what are you going to do? What do they do when they actually go home? What do I do? Well, I know that within reach I have people that I could call upon to help me out. I have people that will call on me to help them out. And all of these things form a community. Not just a community, they are your group. And if you look at how you survive, first of all, you survive in, think of those concentric circles that I mentioned about when you throw a stone into a pond. And you see the concentric circles coming out from where that stone landed. Think of the stone as yourself. And the first ring, that's the one that is immediately around the stone falling.